Hello everyone. In this video we will see how to set up documentation for your Web3 project, what important information to include and what sequence to include them in so that developers can find the information easily, and how to set up multiple folders and files at once easily using the command line. So let's take the example of Uniswap v4 docs. Now if you see, they are using the Docusaurus template, which is a very common template to use, and you for your project you can use Docusaurus as well. It's very easy to clone and modify for your case. Here if you see, they have linked v1, v2 and v3 docs so that people can go back and check what has changed. Now in the overview page they talk about what has been added in Uniswap v4 and how you can read more about it in the white paper. Now the intro section, the overview, the landing page always has to talk about the project. Next, they have the deployment concept and the quick start folder. So I have written a basic template. First you start with the intro, you explain the project. Next you have the quick start section. Here you explain what is the bare minimum steps to start using your project or to understand what your project is about. What are the essential functions that or essential modules of this project? If I need to authenticate, if I need an API key or an OAuth token, how do I get it? So that will be a separate section. And then the concept section, which dives deep into the technical concepts of your project. Next, this how to integrate section usually varies depending on the project. It could be called guides, it could be called use cases or examples. It talks about how do I use this project with my existing solution. How do I set it up in React? How do I set it up in Python? How do I set it up in Solidity? And the errors section, this is very important. If I run into an error, what are the most common errors that you can run into? How do I fix them? If I cannot fix them, how do I reach out to support easily? Here in Uniswap v4 documentation they call it guides, and you can see them explaining how to set up a basic hook, for example, in Solidity. One important thing to remember is you always need to have the important links to be visible in all pages. So usually it's included in the footer, where the links to the support chat, the links to the white paper, the links to the blog and the website pages are given. Once you know what folders you're going to set up and what files you're going to include in them, set up your Docusaurus template or any other documentation template that you have cloned and navigate to the subfolder. Once you're there, you open a bash script and we will use the make directory command to create the subfolders in batch. Now if you see, all these 5 folders have been created inside the Uniswap v4 docs folder. Now we will use the touch command to create multiple markdown files at once. Now this command is creating 2 files, authentication.markdown and fast API call.md file inside the how to start folder. Now let's verify the markdown file creation. Now we see 2 files being created in the how to start folder. You can automate this whole process using a script if you don't want to type each command one by one, so that will save you some time. So in this video we have seen what are the important parts of a documentation for your Web3 project, how to create the folder, how to design it so that information is easy to find, how to create multiple folders and files at once using the make directory and touch command, and how you can automate it if you wish.